I just had to come in here and add this to the video. This was brought to my attention by my buddy Ray Patton here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So I want to give kudos to him. But the drama in the time Deion Sanders family just continues to explode. Check it out.
Hello? You got that call? You know what's going on? Ready to go. Say that one more time for me.
This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you. Ready to go.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to take you with our next pick right here, man.
Yeah, yes, sir. Let's be legendary.
But you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, man.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Ready to go. What does that mean?
What? What he saying?
I don't know.
How you gonna ask us what it means and you was on the phone?
You heard that? He said you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
From Louisville, by way of many other schools.
Hey, Saints fans, this is Tyler Shuck. I'm so excited to be joining the Saints and having this awesome opportunity ahead of me. Can't wait to get down to New Orleans.
Now, let's get to the show. Got the envelope here. And with the 888th overall pick in the 2025 Japanese American Football League draft, the Nagasaki Egg Rolls, via trade from the Tokyo Tech Crab Cakes, take Sakazulu, a.k.a. Shedeur Sanders, as their holder for their place kicker. That's right, the spastic ass clown show that is Coach Time Deion Sanders and his lineage continues to take center stage going into the fourth round. What happened? What happened? Let's talk about it. It's another episode of The Outlaw of College Football, and today's song of the day is Free Falling by Tom Petty, because that's the song that comes to my mind when I think of Shedeur Sanders, who I like to call Sakazulu Sanders, and his daddy Time Deion Sanders. Free falling in the NFL draft as now they take center stage in round 4. But before we get to all that, I'd like to give our 4 horsemen shout-outs of the day. And they go to OU, Squiggly Line Boomer, Squiggly Line Center, Jay, Squidwater, and Fred Bagley are mounted up and saddled up and ready to go. They're going to help us with today's college football invasion. And if you want to get your badge and get deputized and get the random 4 horsemen shout out like they just did, as well as possibly the comment of the day, it's not but $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week, just half a bottle of water. It's a little join button over here by the subscribe button. And if you can't do all that, there's always the big 4, and they're absolutely free, and they really help push the program. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Also, I can be reached on X at OCF Productions. If you ever have any ideas for the show or want to be on the show, hit me up on X at OCF Productions. Now, getting right to it here. I did a little video last night from my car. Just because I had a little bit of an epiphany. I didn't think it was going to amount to much, but it ended up being sort of Nostradamus-like. I said in the video, it was like, Sakazulu and his daddy Time Deion Sanders may have to wait to round 4 to hear the name called. Just playing around, just joking. Little did I know. I'll be damned. I wake up tonight about 10 o'clock, and I find out, geez, he did slip out of the second and third round. So how did this happen? This was a guy that was supposed to be maybe top 5. There was even talk of him being the number 1 or number 2 pick at the beginning of the year. And even going into the draft, like I said, a lot of people said the lowest he would slip is probably 9th to the Saints because the Saints need a quarterback. But once he got past number 9 to the Saints, people started sweating a little bit. Will the sweat become a downpour of sweat? As at 21st, where a lot of people thought he might go at that point to the Pittsburgh Steelers, they passed on him as well. And then the Giants traded up into the draft to get a quarterback. So you're thinking, well, here we go. He's going to go to New York. It's a big city. Bling, bling, what a bang, bang, ching, chang, Coach Time and Shedeur and all his entourage. They'll love being in New York. Wrong answer. Jackson Dart was the second quarterback off the board, the second quarterback taken overall. And then you had Tyler Slow at Louisville. Then you had even Jalen Milroe get taken before Shedeur Sanders, and Dylan Gabriel got taken for Shedeur Sanders. So what happened? How did this happen? How did this such an epic fall? It's been a while since I've seen this. It's been a while since I've seen such an epic fall from grace. And like I said, man, you have to take a little delight in it because of the attitude and the arrogance that is time Deion Sanders and his lineage, Shedeur and Shiloh, and the way they acted throughout the season. We all acted surprised. We've all acted surprised today that it's happened. But we shouldn't have been surprised because this shit's been coming for a while. I think it all really started, and we should have seen it at halftime of the Stanford game. They're up 29-0. This is Stanford now. Stanford, a team that ended up on 2 wins that year, comes back and beats them. But at halftime, you got Shedeur Sanders in there making calls to his sponsors. And then they come out and blow a 29-point lead. That's a big red flag. And then the fact that, there was this thing where he wouldn't shake the North Dakota State player's hand. And just, the general just arrogance throughout the year with the bling bling and showing off the riches, because we all know Deion Sanders is a pretty wealthy guy himself. And that's probably why Shedeur acts the way he does, the way he acts so entitled and thinks that people owe him something or that they should come to him and worship him because that's what his daddy's taught him. I think the person that really hurt him in this draft is Time, to be honest with you. That's what I think it boils down to. A lot of it falls back on Time, Deion Sanders. And then another big red flag for me, and I know that some of these star players in the past have missed some of the combines, but he missed all of them. He didn't go to any one of them. And then you had his dad mistreating NFL scouts. I'm about to pull up a clip real quick just to illustrate my point here about Time Deion Sanders and why this may not be all Shedeur's fault. This may be an axe to grind from the NFL to Deion Sanders for how he has acted and treated people in the past. This clip comes from Microphone. He's a podcaster. Check him out.
Sanders' downfall. If you guys remember last year, an article came out in regards to Coach Prime mistreating former Colorado players, and Coach Prime started talking trash about one of the former players. Some fan tweeted at Coach Prime saying that he needs to tell his son to stop acting like he's the coldest out there, and then put up a 4-8 season. Coach Prime responded saying, "He will be a top 5 pick. Where's your son going? I have time today." And he would get community noted because Shedeur Sanders was not a top 5 pick or even a first-round pick. My former NFL content creator, Brett Coleman, even called this all the way back in September. After Shedeur Sanders refused to shake hands with Colorado State QB Braden Fowler Nicolosi, fans were starting to question his character. Brett Coleman quote tweeted this and said, "Call me a boomer or whatever, but this dude is not going in the first round." And he ended up being right.
So yeah, as you can see, a lot of this is the whole adage, the old adage of the apple doesn't fall far from the tree kind of deal. So Deion, Time, you can take this bullet yourself, brother, because this to me is mostly on you. At least probably 60% of it is on you because the way you raised your son, the way you taught him to be. So Y'all can't blame anybody but yourself. And also, you'll have people come in there. I've seen some people come in there, some Democratic senator, I think it was the guy that set the alarm off to break up the Congress meeting, the fire alarm. Can't remember his name. He came out and said the NFL was racist. Really? Cam Ward was black because they're not drafting Shedeur. I think that's why he said it. But Cam Ward, he's black. Jalen Milroe, he's black. 80 or 90% of the players in this draft are probably going to be black. So quit with the nonsense. And, you preach about showing ownership and all this other crap, Deion, and you never show ownership. People can see right through your hypocrisy, and now your son and probably sons are going to suffer for it. And that's all I got to say about that. As I said before, like, share, comment, and subscribe. That's the Big Four. They're all absolutely free. You can also join the Outlaw Posse, $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. It's the join button over there by the subscribe button. You get your badge, you get deputized. Get a random Four Horsemen shout out as well as possibly be the comment of the day. Also, there's a little heart down here with a money dollar sign in the middle. If you want to make a one-time donation to the program, smash that heart, throw a few dollars in the coffers. KMCA to all the other teams. Class is now officially dismissed.